At Wang Yuan covet of Yang Kai Shield's secret treasure, the Silver Night Thunder Beast snarled as its blow failed to work. Making it angry, it only split half of the energy to deal with Shen Shidao and others. While the other half of the energy was put on Yang Kai, Thunderbolt flashed on the head across the two horns, the beast's mouth opened, and there was a thunderous noise crackling. This made Shen Shidao and others overjoyed, because the pressure on their side suddenly relieved by a lot. Half the original pressure of their almost breathless attack also taken by Yang Kai. The three looked at each other, and did not want to waste Yang Kai hard work. Shen Shidao utilized 9 Palace Heavenly Gauze Umbrella and continued to defend, while Wang Yuan and Shen Fanlei both sacrificed their offensive secret treasure, and urged the power of their treasure to attack the restrictions that trap them. At the moment, Thunder Pond is very lively, with various colors of Saint Yuan burst fiercely, and many secret treasures can be seen. Wang Yuan and Shen Fanlei have some status in Extreme Path Sect, and the secret treasure grade is naturally not too low. Void grade high rank is not available for them. But void grade low rank, they're qualified to wear 1 or 2 pieces. Under this attack, the 1-layer restrictions was faltering after a short time. Seeing this scenario, the two knew that they will break in one move, and they dared not have any reservations. Lu Ying seemed to be encouraged as well, and also broke out all of her strength. Outside the restriction, Yang Kai is protected by a purple shield. Naturally, he will not be afraid of the long-range attack of the Silver Night Thunder Beast. After attracting most of the attention of this monster beast, he fully urged the power of the 100 Mountain picture. The land is burned into the illusory shadow of the mountain. The group of people should be able to work together within a short period of time. The thunder restrictions that originally made Shen Shidao and others helpless was dim, and there was a spiderweb-like crack, and there was a clicking sound that seemed to collapse in the next moment. Seeing this, Wang Yuan knew that this was a good opportunity to show off, and he shook his hand. A flashing blue sword appeared in his hand suddenly, and the sword stood in front of him. He immediately bit his tongue, and spurted the blood mist in the mouth to the blue sword. In an instant, the blade of the blue sword is shuddering. It seemed that Wang Yuan has given it life, and it was about to break free from its shackles and fly away. And after Wang Yuan himself sprayed out the blood mist, there was a trace of abnormal blush flashing on his face. Obviously, the move he was about to exert would cost him a lot. In the long sword, the aura of Wang Yuan's body fluctuated wildly, and immediately he shook his sword. From the sword, he immediately spurred a sword-like sword glow, and rushed toward the restriction. Sword glow whistling, and Wang Yuan himself was also wrapped in the sword light, making him look the same as a sword. Soon after reaching the restriction, he came into contact with the restriction. Numerous small lightning arcs were born on the restriction, and they attacked the sword. A cold snort came, accompanied by the fierce scream of the blade, thunder light, and sword glow collided into a piece. But they froze for a while. 2 completely different attribute energies collided and melted with each other. The metallic friction of human teeth can be here on the void. The stalemate only take a moment, and Wang Yuan suddenly screamed, "Break for me." When the voice fell, the sword glow suddenly spurred out, breaking a big hole from the restrictions, thunder light twinkling a few times, accompanied by a crisp sound. The restriction near the Thunder Pond was finally completely broken. But since Yang Kai's first attack until now, he does not go all out. On the one hand, it is because Yang Kai doesn't want to waste time and go all out. On the other hand, because Shen Shidao and others are not ordinary Saint King stage martial artists, these are the elites of their respective sects. The degree of sturdiness and quality of the Saint Yuan must be beyond the general level of the same class of martial artist. Moreover, the restriction here is only opened by the Silver Night Thunder Beast. Although he don't know why it understands the opening method, it obviously don't quite understand the restriction. Otherwise, even if everyone worked together to attack the restriction, it will take a lot of effort to really crack it. At the moment when the restriction was broken, Sister Shen Shidao rushed out of it, and no longer wanted to stay in place. They obviously felt a little nervous. Wang Yuan fell from the sky with a laugh. His face was proud, and the blue sword in his hand flicked back and forth, and then back to his body, and he immediately put on an inscrutable look, Siminji waiting for the praise of others. Shen Fanlei looked at him with admiration, and sincerely said, "Brother is really amazing." With the cooperation of his own junior brother, Wang Yuan was naturally more happy. His eyes were humble, but his eyes kept looking at Yang Kai, with a hint of provocation. Isn't it too early to be happy now? Xianxia splashed Wang Yuan with a cold water, her beautiful eyes staring at the Silver Night Thunder Beast suspended in midair and angrily. It seems that because the restriction was destroyed, the Silver Night Thunder Beast was so enraged at the moment, and that piece of green cloud in the sky also exudes terrifying pressure, monster key skyrocketing, which is terrifying. Wang Yuan twitched his face and said, Sister Shen reassures. Before, everyone was not aware of it and was trapped by this thing in the restriction, unable to give full power. Now that we have gotten rid of our difficulties, we will naturally not give it any chance. Junior brother, come and try it with me. All right. Shen Fanlei's face is eager to try, the word can be heard without hesitation. Not waiting for Shen Shidao to talk, the Extreme Path sect's fellow apprentices 2 people rushed up. Yang Kai frowned, but too lazy to stop. He came over on this trip, first because to help Lu Ying, and secondly because Yang Yan needed the thunder fluid in the thunder pond. As for the death or life of others, he naturally won't care much. However, this Wang Yuan does not know if the head is in the water. In the face of a monster beast with strength equal to Void Return stage, is still underestimating it. Looking at him, it should be the kind that cultivates safely within the sect, and never fight a real battle outside of the sect. This kind of person generally has a good level of cultivation, but if he really fight, lack the ability to kill enemy and save his life, and does not understand the randomness of a battle which is easy to be confused by. Yang Kai thought that he and Shen Fanlei would definitely suffer a big loss. But what surprised Yang Kai was that after Wang Yuan and Shen Fanlei greeted the Silver Night Thunder Beast, they actually fight in a discreet manner. It was not as Yang Kai thought that they were like other martial artists that has no combat experience. His combat experience and his ability to adapt to the fight are quite outstanding. Although he can't take the Silver Night Thunder Beast with Shen Fanlei 2 people, he can move around and have a very flexible body, whether it is the use of secret treasure or the display of martial skills. It is decent enough. The Silver Night Thunder Beast couldn't take both of them. Yang Kai's expression changed, and then he realized that since the 2 people dared to go up, they naturally have some strength to back it up. The 2 women, Shen Shidao and Lu Ying, were worried, and after watching for a while they felt relieved. The 2 pairs of beautiful eyes flashed a strange look, which obviously thinking of killing the monster beast. 9-step Monster Beast's core, and Silver Night Thunder Beast's Thunder Attribute core, is worth a lot of money. Whether it is for pill refining or item refining, many people need it. Not to mention, other materials of this monster beast body at a glance is also a good thing. It seems that Wang Yuan and Shen Fanlei were very angry because they were trapped by the previous restriction. Now they are out of trouble. In the face of this Silver Night Thunder Beast, the killing intent is extremely fierce. The 2 fellow apprentices cooperate without any flaws, one attack one guard, almost as if playing the Silver Night Thunder Beast in the palm of their hand. The Silver Night Thunder Beast did not rely on the restriction here, and fell into a slight disadvantage in the battle. If it wasn't for the palm-sized scale armor guarding the body surface, it would probably already be hurt. This made Wang Yuan and Shen Fanlei pleasantly surprised. The shots are getting more and more unrelenting. Yang Kai didn't pay attention to the thoughts of the 4 people. Instead, he glanced at Yang Yan. Yang Yan saw the machinery and slightly nodded, and quickly came to the thunder pond, took out a special container and poured St. Yuan into the container. Start collecting the thunder liquid in the thunder pond. This thunder pond does not occupy a large area, only about 30 feet, but it seems to be a little deep. The liquid flowing in the pool is not ordinary water, but thunder liquid with a lot of thunder attribute energy. This kind of thunder pond can be made artificially, as long as something that can attract sky thunder is placed here, and some restrictions are set to preserve the power of thunder and lightning. After a few tens of hundreds of years, a prototype of the thunder pond can be formed. Some thunder attribute medicinal herbs can also accelerate the speed of the formation of the thunder pond. There are also thunder ponds that are naturally generated. The number of such thunder pond is scarce, but it is of great benefit to the martial artist who cultivate the thunder attribute martial skill. The thunder pond in Buried Mighty Valley is owned by ancient Yang sect, and many martial artists know there is a thunder pond here, otherwise Shen Shidao and others will not come here. But they did not expect that there was a silver night thunder beast living at the bottom of the thunder pond, and it suddenly appeared when Shen Fanlei was cultivating his secret arts. It seems like the silver night thunder beast haven't been promoted to the 9th level for a long time. Otherwise, their trouble this time is worse. This is the case, and now they're able to get out of trouble, and it's all due to Yang Kai. Wang Yuan and Shen Fanlei were entangled with the Silver Night Thunder Beast, which gave Yang Yan to take the opportunity to collect the Thunder Liquid. After done collecting the Thunder Liquid, whether the four of them still stay here and fight the Thunder Beast, Yang Kai won't help them. He just wants to be as far away from this land as possible right now. The fierce battle at the top seemed to be getting more and more fierce. During the battle, the Silver Night Thunder Beast roared, and a ball of thunder spewed out again, exploding beside Shen Fanlei and Wang Yuhan. Although it did not hurt them, it still made them rush to defend the attack. While taking advantage of this opportunity, the Silver Night Thunder Beast suddenly stood still in the air, and the huge beast head was raised, and his mouth continued to roar, and the roar was mixed with unparalleled anger. To be continued.